Hello, Arpita here. Do you suffer from neck tension or do you have tight shoulders? Do you feel like you are carrying the weight of the world in this region, in upper back and neck? Then you are not the only one. We all suffer from, day-to-day neck and shoulder tension due to our lifestyle, poor posture, or some of us carry emotions in this area. So in this next 30 minutes yoga therapeutics, we're going to focus on releasing the tension in your neck and shoulder region. We're going to focus more on strengthening the areas around the upper back and neck without overstretching or overforcing or overstretching too much. So let's get started. This is a really nice sequence for any time of the day that you need 30 minutes of release in your neck and shoulder. Okay, so let's find that comfortable seat, whatever works with you, and start with your hands just relaxing on your legs here. Starting to focus on that inhale and exhale breath as you inhale and lengthen your spine and sitting tall. And then exhale it out here. And just bring your awareness to the neck and shoulder region. How are you feeling at this point before the practice? And we'll come back after the class that how you feel after the 30 minutes of this practicing. Start to bring your hands to the heart center. So kind of giving yourself a hug here. As you inhale, draw the chin in. We're going to start in this position. Next time when you inhale, you're going to lift into that cactus arm and then very gentle, see if you can lift through the chest here. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands towards you, draw the chin in and round your upper back. So something like a seated cat and cow. As you inhale, nice opening through the front of the chest. And as you exhale, draw the chin in, round into that upper back. And let's continue here. As you inhale, your arms are going to come in a cactus and you start to lift up here and see if you can lift that chin a little bit. And as you exhale, I want you to bring your hands to the heart, but gaze goes to the left shoulder and draw that chin in and be very gentle here. Be mindful that how is this movement feeling in your right side of the neck and shoulder. As we inhale, we're going to come back into that cactus arm. And as we exhale, we gaze to the opposite side as we bring our hands back to the heart center. And we're going to continue this one more time, breathing in, lifting here, nice opening through the front of the chest. As we exhale, we round, bring the hands to the heart, and we kind of tilt and gaze to that left shoulder. Again, one more time. And then exhale. Nice. Go ahead and one more final time into that cactus arms. And then exhale and release and shake it out. Very good. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And let's come into our tabletop position. So from here, find that tabletop. Very good. You're going to be bringing your wrist and shoulder in a line, knees and hip come in a line. Take an inhale breath here. And as we exhale, we'll sit back into that child's pose. Take another inhale, come back into that table. We're going to come in a cat and cow. So at the end of the inhale, chest away from that navel. And as you exhale into that cat variation, where you draw that chin into the chest, you round your upper back and press those palms into the floor. Let's continue this few rounds of cat and cow. And as you move in this cat and cow on your inhale and exhale, bring that awareness to that upper back and neck region. Notice how are you feeling when your chest moves away from that navel and you roll the shoulder head back. And as you exhale, when you round your upper back, you draw the chin into the chest. How your shoulders feeling? Again, one last time, breathing in and breathing out. Coming back into that table, We're going to inhale and take our right arm forward towards the front of the mat. And as we continue to inhale and exhale, we'll circle that right arm all the way back and bring it all the way forward. And again, be mindful. Notice how much range of motion you have in your right shoulder joint. So inhale, the arm reaches towards the front and up, and as I exhale, I continue and bring my right hand. This time when the right arm comes out, we're going to take it all the way towards the right side of your mat. Reach your left hand a little bit forward so you can slide yourself and come into thread the needle. So right cheek, right shoulder comes down as you move into the thread the needle pose. A gentle stretch here into that upper back neck. With each inhale and exhale, be mindful. How am I feeling in this region of my body today? Take another breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and press into that left palm and slide the right arm out to the side. Come back into table and we sit back once again in that child's pose. When you're ready, breathe in, come back into that tabletop once again, and we start with the left arm. So the left arm reaches forward and up, and as you exhale, just moving into that circular motion, just opening here into the left side of the body. Feel the nice stretch into the left shoulder joint. Let's do this one last time. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your left arm all the way as far as you can to your right side. The left shoulder comes down, the left ear pressed down into the floor, and you can walk your right hand a little bit further away from that left hand. Again, a very gentle movement here. Be mindful, how far are you going in the postures today? Where do you feel freedom and where you feel tension in your upper back and neck region? Take another inhale breath here. And as you exhale, first walk your right hand back so you can use the hand support to slide the left hand out. Okay, let's sit back once again into that child's pose. Take another inhale, exhale breath here. And then as you're ready, meet me all the way on your belly. Very good. Bring your hands forward and then keep your legs into hip distance for your Cobra adaptation. So this Cobra, we're going to move a little bit different. So as you inhale, you come into that cactus arm variation and you're looking in front of you when you come in a Cobra, so in front of your mat. And as you exhale, you come back to the starting point, but you bring your gaze to the left shoulder. So your right ear comes down as you change your gaze here. As we inhale, we come back into that Cobra. And as we exhale, we switch our gaze to the right side and the left ear comes down. And let's continue one more time, each side. So exhale is the time you coming down and you gaze to the opposite shoulder. And that's pretty much the theme as you move your gaze to the opposite side and the arm movement. We're laterally contracting the left and the right side of the neck and shoulder region. Let's inhale and come back into that Cobra with the cactus arms. And this time we're going to stay here. And as you exhale, just bring yourself back into that starting point. Nice. Move your hips a little bit side to side. Bring your hands underneath the shoulder. And then sit back once again into that child's pose. This child's pose, you're going to find both your hands towards the lower back. As you inhale, we're going to come into kneeling. So inhale, you're going to externally rotate the right hand. Come into kneeling and take your right arm straight up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you're going to gradually contract that lower abdominal as you fold forward. So your torso comes on your thighs, your sit bone comes down towards the heels, hand pressed down into the floor, and your chin draws in. As next time when you inhale, lead with the chest, come out into this pose. And as you exhale, you gaze to that left shoulder and your right hand comes to that lower back. Very good. As you breathe in, we continue this same thing on the other side. So notice how I externally rotate my left hand, my left arm here. And as I exhale, exhale, exhale all the way, sit back into that child's pose with my left hand is forward. As I inhale, I lead with the chest and come out here. And as I exhale, I gaze to the right shoulder, but I internally rotate my left hand and bring it back to that lower back. Okay, same thing on the other side. Inhale, reaching up, and then exhale all the way. So the first exhale, you come down in that child's pose with your right hand reaches forward. As you inhale, lead with the chest, come up all the way into that kneeling. And as you exhale, gaze to the left shoulder, right hand to the lower back. Let's continue breathing in and breathing out on an exhale. Torso to your legs, sit bone comes down, hand comes down and chin comes in. Lead with the chest, inhale, come up. And then exhale, gaze to the opposite side, left hand to your lower back. Now, grand finale, inhale, reach up, both arms comes up, and see if you can start to gaze up. So notice how the neck and shoulder feel, especially the neck when you lift up. Continue to draw that chin in so you're not throwing your head back. And as you exhale very slowly, sit back once again, child's pose, hands goes back to the back of your mat or towards the lower back. Let's pause here. Take another inhale, exhale breath here. Start to bring awareness back into that neck and shoulder region. Notice how are you feeling at this point. When you're ready, come back into that table and we'll take our hips up and back and we'll come into our first downward facing dog. Okay, we'll baby step from that down dog into uttanasana, front of the mat. And then take your time, bend those knees into that forward fold. Bring your hands towards the shins or the calf muscle here. Draw the chin into the chest. As we inhale, we're going to come up half lift, but take your arms today into that cactus arms. And as we exhale, we fold forward and bring your hands back to the calf muscle and we fold here. If bringing both hands into cactus is too much, then do one arm at a time. So as I inhale, instead of bringing both hands, I just bring my left hand into the cactus. And I exhale, and I come down and hold here. As you inhale, just bring your right hand into the cactus. So one hand at a time would help. And then exhale all the way. Let's do that one more time each side, or you can bring both arms in a cactus on an inhale, and then exhale and fold. One last time, breathing in, and exhale and bow. This time, just stay in that uttanasana, forward fold. Walk both your hands to the left side of your mat. Come back to center, switch. Walk to the opposite side. Again, inhale and come back. Bend your knees and take your time slowly. Bring yourself up. Bring your hands to your heart center. And let's pause here. Take a second. Bring that awareness back into your neck and shoulder region. How are you breathing? And then let's face to the long side of your mat. We're going to widen our stand here, not a huge, we're not going for wide angle forward fold. Just widen your stand here and keep your left hand down towards the left leg. Now, as you inhale, you're going to externally rotate and then inhale, arm reaches up. And as you exhale, we come in a lateral side bend. Take another inhale breath, gaze up towards the right shoulder, right side. And as you exhale, look down towards the left shoulder, but bring your hand in an internal rotation and bring it back towards the lower back. Okay, this is our movement. As you inhale, once again, external rotation, arms, right arm reach up and to the left side. As you exhale, you gaze to the left shoulder, right hand comes to the lower back, and make sure it's an internal rotation. Last time, inhale, right arm reaches up and over, you gaze up towards that right shoulder, and you exhale, you gaze towards the left shoulder, hand to the lower back, and this time just pause and stay here. Just take an inhale, exhale breath. So when you're gazing in an opposite direction and your hand is moving in an opposite direction, you start to notice a nice stretch happening or strengthening in that right neck and shoulder region. And then when you're ready, inhale and come out, and then shake it out. Okay, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So right hand comes down. Inhale, externally open. Take your left arm up and all the way as far as you can to the right side as you move into the lateral stretch here. Now the first time when we inhale, we look up towards the left bicep, and as you exhale, you bring the hand to the lower back, but your gaze comes to the right shoulder. And this is our movement. Inhale, the arm reach up and over as you gaze up. And then exhale, the hand reaches to the lower back as you gaze to that right shoulder. And let's continue breathing in. And breathing out. Very good. Now pause here. When you're gazing to that right shoulder, you draw the chin slightly in. You feel a nice stretch into that left neck and shoulder region, specifically that trapezius feels a nice release. And then when you're ready, inhale and come out. Okay, roll the shoulders up, back and down, and shake it out. Okay, front of the mat in our classic Tadasana, and then from here take your left leg back and move your right leg a little bit to the right side of the mat. So we're going to come in a warrior one stand. So rotate your hips facing towards the long side, towards the front of your mat, right? So warrior one. So today's warrior one, we're going to do a little bit differently. So we're going to have our hands, your elbows are going to bend, palms face up, kind of like you holding a plate here. Roll the shoulder head back as you inhale. So I want you to lengthen your spine and lift on an inhale here. Very good. As you exhale, imagine there's something in front of you that you don't want in your life, and you're using your arms to kind of pushing that away from you. As you draw your chin into the chest, and notice you start to straight that front leg. Very good. As you inhale, you start to bend that front knee, elbows bend, roll the shoulder head back and lift up. And as you exhale, drawing the chin in, rounding the upper back, straight that front leg. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. And then last time, inhale, you bend into those elbow, roll the shoulder head back and stay here. Or you have an option to take your hands to the lower back and start to inhale and lift here. Okay, if you really feeling like a rock star today and you want to take your arms up a little bit, bend through those elbows and take your arms up towards the center, roll the shoulder head back here. A nice opening into that Vida one, warrior one. And as you exhale, straight that front leg, bring the back leg forward and shake it out. Okay, roll again your shoulder head up, back and down, and just pause here and notice, how am I feeling? So we already did this on the right side, especially on the right side, warrior one. So again, noticing the difference between the right and left. Whenever we do asymmetrical posture, it's very important to pause and be mindful and be aware that how is my right side of a body is different than my left side. Okay? When you're ready, left leg forward, right leg back. Again, Vira, one is a stand, rotate those hips forward. I always straighten my front leg, take left leg a little bit to the left side of the mat, and then re-bend that front knee to understand that it's not passing over my front ankle. Now starting with the elbows, bend here, right? Take an inhale breath, start to lengthen here. And as you exhale, straight that front leg, straight arms, straight that front leg, draw the chin in and round your upper back. And when you round your upper back, feel that shoulder blade move away from midline. As you inhale, the shoulder blade moves close to the midline as you lengthen and lift through that chest. Nice, let's continue this movement. So inhale, the leg bend, you come into that nice heart opening pose. Exhale, the leg is straight, arms straight, chin draws in, rounding to that upper back. Last final time here, breathing in. Now staying here with the elbows are bent, or you can take your hands to that lower back. Do what works with you today. Remember, you know your body more than anyone in this world, right? So be mindful, respect and honor yourself. Take another inhale breath. Remember, lengthening and expansion in that warrior one on that inhalation breath here. And as you exhale, release, step the back foot forward and shake it out. Very good. Take another inhale breath, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, bend your knees, uttanasana, fold forward. You're going to step back once again into that table. And then we'll sit back one more time in that child's pose. You can bring your big toe together in a child, take your legs a little bit wider. If you feel that your hands are getting tired, your shoulder needs a little extra love at this point, then take your arms to the back of your mat. Be gentle with yourself. Nice, and then when you're ready, let's come down one more time for our Cobra / locust variation. So all the things that we did so far in a class, we're going to kind of combine and put it in this one pose. And we've been doing the arm movement, gazing opposite side variation from the beginning of the class. So for this locust variation, your hands are going to be first to the lower back. As you inhale, you're going to bring your right arm forward and your left leg lift up. So opposite arm, opposite leg comes off the mat on an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to gaze to the left shoulder, left side of your mat, and bring your limbs down. So right hand comes back to the lower back, left foot comes down, and your right ear or right cheek comes on the floor. As you inhale, left arm, right leg, lift up on an inhalation. And as you exhale, you gaze to that opposite side. So gaze to the right shoulder, right side, and left cheek comes down. Let's continue one more time, each side. As you inhale, right arm, left leg lift. As you exhale, right cheek comes down. You gaze to that left side. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice. Now for the grand finale, both arms comes forward. So now this is going to be very strong. So see what works with you. If keeping your fingertips down on a floor helps, then stay. Otherwise, reach your arms forward. Taking your legs off the floor of the mat helps, then go for it. But then as you inhale, you're going to come into that cactus arm. Now staying here with the legs are wider, your arms are cactus, you are inhaling and lengthening and lifting. And as you exhale, come back down. Very good. That was a good sequence. Rock your lower back a little bit side to side. Come back into that table. And once again, we sit back into our child's pose. Okay, take your time and start to come on your back. Once you arrive on your back, you're going to hug those knees into the chest. We call this uttanasana. And just kind of moving those legs a little bit, knees away from you. And then exhale and draw those knees into the chest. Now staying here, your hands are going to be down on the floor. And as you inhale, you're going to lift your left leg and your right arm away from you. Now as you exhale, you bring your leg and hand back, but you gaze to that left shoulder as you bring your limbs down. Next time when I start to inhale, I start to gaze up towards the ceiling and I take my left arm back and my right leg goes up. As I start to exhale, 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 I bring my hand down, my leg down, and I start to gaze to that right shoulder. So as I start exhaling, I gaze opposite shoulder. As I inhale, I'm gazing up, and my leg and arm comes out. And then exhale, you come back to that starting point. So again, we're switching our gaze to the opposite shoulder as you move your leg and your arm away from that midline. Okay, when you're ready, both legs up and both arms to the back of the mat. Now we're gonna pause and stay here. Nice. Take another inhale, exhale breath. And then exhale, bend those knees into the chest. Do a gentle rock your side to side. Once again, uttanasana, knees away from your chest. And then exhale and bring those knees into the chest. We're going to do this maybe 1 or 2 more times. Very good. And then go ahead and bring your soles down. And then you can start, keep your knees bent here, or go ahead and straight your legs, kind of getting ready for that final relaxation, Savasana. You can rest your hands wherever feels comfortable in your body today. And even in this Savasana, just finding that awareness of the mind, body, how am I feeling? Where do I feel freedom, or where do I feel tightness? How is my breath? How is my mind? When we have a less tension and a less pain in our body due to the tension, our mind in the yoga tradition, what it says, is kind of working towards that sattvic. The issue is we live in the rajasic and tamasic mindset, and again, these are the 3 qualities of the mind and they're all required. So it's not like we all need to have a sattvic quality all the time. Key is when to have what quality, it's important in our life. Take another inhale, exhale breath here. You're most likely to stay here and do a longer Savasana. If it feels good, or you can take your time and roll to one side of your mat in a fetal position, and then lift yourself up. I'll wait for you to meet me into that comfortable seated posture, how we started in the beginning of the class. Once you come up, again, finding that comfort and ease in your posture. The next maybe a minute, bring your awareness to that neck and shoulder region, and just here notice how much freedom you feel here. Your range of motion is going to be better. And bringing your hands to the heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me, bringing your energy today in this class. I would love for you to comment. I would love to hear how did you feel, how this practice helped you. So do please comment. As usual, like and subscribe our channel. For future yoga classes, if you have a specific theme that you want me to bring on a future yoga classes, do let me know. Until next time, namaste. Thank you.